what would need to happen to make you comfortable with opening up in your area? What are sort of those things you're like, if only this, that, and the other thing, okay, I could see it. Do you have those things that would make you feel comfortable in this situation?
Testing is number one for me. Testing, whether it's the antibodies or whatever. And then number two, I mean, I don't know that they can find a vaccine. I mean, we still don't have a vaccine for AIDS, but we have something that will suppress the AIDS virus. So something that might do the suppression if we can't find a vaccine, something like that. And I would feel safe to go out and about, and maybe even without a mask on, but probably not for at least another 6 to 8 months.
I mean, Chris kind of put it there too, is proper testing. You had mentioned that there's the politicians that are getting tested daily, but anybody on the street, it's a little bit more difficult to get that because there weren't tests available. I think that'll help. The main thing, because then we're going to get real data, right? We know, and Eric's a doctor, whoever, work in the medical field, you can't make decisions if you don't have the proper analytics to look into.
And the fact is, here in the UK, we know, if you look into it, even just by reading a newspaper or a website, a serious one, you know that they do not have the tools to make the decisions. So what is the decision being made on? It's very difficult to have faith in guidance when you don't have faith in the evidence upon which it is based, or the fact that you know that it's not based on any evidence at all. And it's really difficult.
I feel like when everyone talks about specific numbers and then they get held to that, for example, I don't know, I think Governor Cuomo's done a really good job. I think Pritzker has done a very good job. But to take that literally, I think we need to see a good downward trend. And I think we need to see some testing that's not just saying we have the best testing ever, but functional data collecting testing that can make us feel like we understand where it is, where the pockets are sprouting up, where it's, before you just open the floodgates.
I think I'd like to see some more, some more strict restrictions or guidelines that can actually be enforced, saying that if you want to go to any store, you have to wear a mask, you have to stand 6 feet apart, and have it be more of something that is required rather than just a suggestion. And then also to see the numbers decrease.
Yeah. I agree. I think we need to get over the curve, and we need to have the curve flattened by a lot in order to for me at least, feel comfortable to just, go into the store or something without having to wear a mask, or feeling the security of leaving my home, I guess.
Well, I don't feel comfortable at all because I know that a lot of people is not taking any precautions. So some of them just avoiding the problem, saying that this is not happening, just as Delaney said at the beginning of the conversation. And that worries me a lot because you never know what happens to the guy or the girl you have just next to you. So we need, for example, in Colombia and South American countries, we need a lot of education about that, about real problems, and about people seeing that this actually is a major problem. So I'm not comfortable at all. I prefer not to go out until I actually see a minimum number of new cases or some vaccine or something actually that's working. Unless that, I'd rather to stay at home and keep my family safe.
Yes, that Nestor said is really true. I'm so scared about it because I think so much people are taking this nothing is going to happen, but I think it's really dangerous.